Hey. Hey, this is Sean. I'm going to give it a second. All right, this is Sean now. This is Sean and John. This is Sean from the Heavy Underground Farm Report. John Giz from Planet Desert Rock Weekend. Number
Oh,
7 coming up, buddy. Number 7, you got that
it'll be here in no time.
Time travels fast, man. Like, really, January is, what are we looking at? Like, we're 6 months away, dude.
It's like 7, but
Oh, yeah, end of the month, right?
next thing you know, I'll be in Austin, Texas for Ripple Fest. You know,
jealous.
Maybe I get over for SoCal Heavy Jam in San Diego.
Cool.
They have the worst timing in the world, those boys. They got the same night, oh God, as the Sword, Red Fang, and Earthless.
Oh, jeez. That's rough competition.
Yeah. Now, I see Sword and Red Fang, theoretically, the night before in Vegas, which means I'd have to get my lazy ass up and fly to San Diego kind of early afternoon.
Yeah.
And get in there because they're just an all-dayer.
That's cool that you're close enough to do that, though, man. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's not cheap, but I mean, the flights are pretty reasonable compared to everything else. Flying from here to San Diego, it's not even a 1-hour flight.
Yeah. You're not doing that drive?
No, I don't do the drive anymore.
Fair enough.
But gas prices also in a few other things. My car is older. Even though I think I made it not that long ago. It's probably just easier to fly.
That monstrous hill that you have to drive out of Vegas into California, it seems like it's like never ending. I think
my car eats that up. But it's the hot. It's a Bavarian vehicle, we'll say, BMW. And so I had my mechanic explain to me, like, because I brought it up to him, I'm driving over there again, and he's like, that's not exactly the car built for like 110 degrees out in the desert. Because, that drive to California, as you just mentioned, it's
brutal.
It's barren, wasteland, desert scene kind of wildness, which for an East Coast boy, it's really kind of interesting.
I love it too, man. I like the desert, so it's cool.
But it's hot for the car. Yeah. But anyways, I would have to fly. I'm not getting up and driving after watching the Sword and Red Fang, probably having a good time.
We used to drive to Vegas. We don't do that anymore. So, yeah.
From Denver. Wow.
Yeah. It was like, it's 12 hours.
Holy shit.
I can't know.
Yeah. I try not to do more than 6 hours ever.
Caleb Reiser was talking about, we're driving out from Toledo and we're going to drive to Costa Mesa. We're going to be there in 26 hours or something. It's like, God dang, dude, I can't do that anymore.
Costa Mesa as in Orange County?
Yeah, bud. That's what they did. Crazy kids.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Well, all right, you guys. So, hey, I hope you're tuned in. John and I are going to be talking about the 2 new bands that he's announcing today. They're not new bands, but they're new to Planet Desert Rock Weekend 7. And, John, I mean, you never just pick anything just normal that everybody else expects. So
I don't know about that.
But these bands are definitely off most people's radar.
Yeah, I would say they're both good curveballs. One band showed recent signs of life and did the TP Festival. So that kind of put a few people on the radar. But and for others that are kind of newer into the scene, this last 7, 8 years, they wouldn't have known of Carousel.
Right.
Carousel.
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce them, and it's a pretty easy name.
It's they're really kick-ass. Like, man, I was not familiar with them. You posted something about them a couple weeks ago. Little teaser hint there. And so I checked out one song, and
it was Jeweler's Daughter was
that's the one.
Yeah, and this is wild stuff, but I've seen it in writing a couple times. James Hetfield. You familiar with this gentleman, James Hetfield from Metallica?
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, he's been around a little bit. He was asked his top 10 favorite songs or top 15 favorite songs. This was a number of years back, and Jeweler's Daughter landed at number 10 for him.
Wow, it's a
Yeah.
great song.
It got on his radar, I think. What's funny is I guess he did podcasts later on. He was like talking with maybe Lars even or someone, and they asked him about it, and he said he got the band from, I think it was his son's friend. And you got to keep in mind, one of his sons, I believe, is in Bastardane, which is a band that's out now.
Okay.
So somehow or another, that's what it takes, I think, is random people giving random music, and then someone going, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they played all over the place. These guys out of Pittsburgh, they played many of the really big festivals in Europe. And they're on TP Records.
Okay.
David
Nice.
Wheeler is Dave Wheeler, strong musician, good singer, songwriter, guitarist guy. He was in a band also that he recently did, or project, what do you want to call it, called Limousine Beach.
Okay.
A favorite for me because it was really just good rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Right on.
It wasn't stoner rock. It sure to hell wasn't doom. It wasn't, 80s
Just good
metal.
rock and roll.
Just rock and roll. Fun songs, kind of, quick and easy. And so I followed him after Carousel to that and checked it out. And I think he even has another band, and he sent me a song or two the other day, and I was like, oh, damn, I didn't even know about this band. So I think the guy's got really distinctive, good vocal abilities.
Yeah.
I think he's an underrated, one of these really cool underrated musicians. Kind of like Matt Whitehead of Throttle Rod and Shun. Another of these guys, singer, songwriter, guitarist. But when they put music out, it's like, okay, that's upper level already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love Sean too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Shun's gonna be fun. But yeah, I heard they ripped. I wanted to check my sources before I, moved any further with potentially booking them.
Yeah.
And I asked 2 or 3 people I knew in New York that was at it, and they said, "Oh, they killed it. It was like they didn't lose one step." And I'm like, "Ooh, nice."
So
and they're
what-
a 2-guitar band with all kinds of like harmonies and cool things like that. Very Thin Lizzy, early Kiss. I
Sure.
read somewhere, and then really some of their songs is very new wave of British metal kind of thing.
Yeah, man. I heard that.
Ties in with the whole Hetfield thing as well.
So I heard all that in there as well. All I know is the album was so listenable that I listened to it twice in a row.
Now go to the other one.
Yeah, the one from 2013.
Yeah, do the other one. That's
Oh
Jeweler's
yeah,
Daughter.
I will. I will.
And that also is really, really good. And that includes the song that, Hetfield likes. Okay, so get this.
Yeah.
You can dream, right? Me and
I
Dave
do.
can dream a little bit. Get this. And you too. You could dream with me, brother. And anyone else. Is anyone even listening? I mean,
Let's
honestly.
see. John, Zeth is listening. We got some
Zeth,
people
thanks
out
for
there.
listening. You're the only guy. Appreciate
Zeth,
it.
we love you.
That's it, right?
No, there's some more people. Let's see here.
All right.
Yeah, my computer's, whatever. We'll
Don't worry
figure out who
about
they are. You
So-
anonymous people, drop a comment.
So weird. So that exact weekend of Planet Desert Rock, Metallica plays at the Sphere.
Yeah,
First off, that's badass.
yeah.
Don't get any ideas, any folks.
No.
I know a couple of you are actually coming out for that, and then they're going to hit a night or two. But anyways, pretty sure I'm going to have Carousel play on Sunday, which is the day it's after Metallica already plays on Thursday and Saturday.
Okay.
So we're going to try to get a hold of James and let him know we can hear one of his top favorite songs and hear it live while he's in town.
Dude, that would be so badass.
It'd be incredible. I mean,
That would.
it would be incredible. It'd be great news too.
Oh yeah.
So-
Hey, oh, by the way, Brenda, and Vaughn, how are y'all doing?
Oh, what are they doing? Listen to us on the road? I mean, they gotta be driving a
I
nice
know
show,
that
right?
they never get out of their vehicle. They literally never get out of their vehicle except to pop into a venue, catch a badass show, right back in the vehicle.
Or get it fixed. No,
Yeah.
that truck that.
Thanks for listening, guys. We love you.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah,
Yeah. So,
the,
John, tell
it,
me, like, where, like, how did the idea to have carousel, like, where did that, like, how did that pop into your head, or did someone suggest it? You said some people talked
no,
about it, but
um, me and Dave have corresponded
okay,
over the years, but not a ton. But I don't know if it was him or me. Like I saw they were playing the TB Records Cosmic Rendezvous,
okay.
and I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I was like, I don't know if I hit him up first or he hit me up and said, hey, we're playing this now. We might be up for other things. So I don't remember the order of it. But yeah. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then we didn't talk about it again. And then they played TP,
yeah.
and then he hit me back up. And
Hell
I
yeah.
think that's because he's like, damn, that felt good. Everything's cool. That that I'm gonna hit up John again to see if I can, because I didn't tell him that they could do it,
Yeah.
because I mean everything's pretty fluid right now. On a couple things, sometimes you think you got a band. There was a band recently I thought decent chance, and but a little flighty. The person was talking to, and they ended up like jacking things up, and I was like, oh no, really? Okay, well, hey, I don't hate you or anything, but I got to walk away from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everything is kind of, as you were along with your journey finding
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
And
for sure.
so with this, I popped in Spotify and went boom, boom, both albums,
Yeah.
just to kind of remind myself of what I remember liking a lot. And so sure enough, I was like, okay, cool. And then this, we got together and chatted. Like I said, the other thing kind of fell, just a couple of things maneuvering around, and I'm like, I think this is a strong addition. I think they bring things to the table as well as being just a super good band. They bring
Yeah.
things to the table, I think, that are distinctive to my lineup, or at least, in a small grouping within all of it.
It's John.
I like, obviously, I have a big rock and roll melting pot. This
Yeah,
without
no, I think
going
you do
crazy.
a great. I think you do the best job with that.
No,
Oops, sorry.
geez.
I think like as far as reaching outside of our typical genre, I don't think anybody does a better job of that. Especially you find a lot of interesting bands that I think a lot of us wouldn't normally listen to. And the next band that you announced is really in that realm for me because this is probably a band I would not have run into unless
Yeah.
you had announced the Cold Stairs. So of course I put them on, immediately, and like, man, they're like a heavy blues band. They're like really, they're maybe they're definitely outside of the genre a little bit, but man,
Yeah.
I love that stuff. So I love blues bass rock. So
Yeah.
I
Same here.
enjoy the shit out of, and the vocalist is great. And there's some like songs. Not every song is like a heavy, club
No,
you over
no.
the head song. They got some softer, more poignant songs too. Tell
I
me
mean,
about. Yeah, go ahead.
they're very prolific.
Yeah, they have a
Extremely
lot of
prolific.
stuff. Yeah.
Lead singer Chris Tapp and on drums Mr. Mullins. They actually stayed at my condo one night when I booked them to come to Vegas, and they were like matched us up with like doing some kind of showcase in Los Angeles the next day
Okay.
or 2 days later. And so I've liked them since early on. I think I discovered them via Smallstone. So they
Oh,
were on Smallstone. It was one of a couple, three albums, and they're very good albums, very good grooving rock songs as well.
yeah.
Yeah, like White Girl, great song. There's Into the Black. These are songs that they just fit right in that rock and roll groove.
Yep.
People don't like to hear, a little groove to the music, good vocals, understandable lyrics,
Oh, there
and
can be
catchy as
some.
shit. I mean, a bunch of catchy stuff. But they will go straight blues songs as well because they're bluesmen and they pay homage to that very much. And they mix in Southern rock as they're from Indiana, but I think originally the singer's from Kentucky. And they
Indiana is the
really,
northernmost southern state in the United States, by the way.
yeah, yeah. Well, Kentucky definitely is the South. But Indiana, it's hard to tell. You know what I mean? Some parts is some parts and some parts the other, from what I know.
We'll
But
get Black Sunrise to weigh in on that.
They just dropped an album. The Cold Stairs did.
Yep, I listened to it.
Called Texas. Just dropped that just a month or two ago. I haven't even given the thing a listen yet. So
I think that's the one I listened to, John. Hang on one
oh,
second.
God. Amazing. Wait till you go back and listen to like Bent or there was 3 albums on Small Stone, and they've done good stuff since Small Stone. Don't get me wrong. But those are the ones that like early on hooked me as a guy who does like a lot of stoner rock. But they just fit in that window with like Rival Sons, Dirty Streets, maybe even Child at this point, except for more up-tempo.
No, I have to correct myself. The album I listened to was The Southern. My apologies.
Oh, yeah. Another good album.
Yeah, it was really good. Dude, this is really... when you pick out a band like this, what's your reasoning to add a band like this to your lineup? Is it to stretch those boundaries for fans, or is it more of a fuck you guys, I want to listen to this, so this is what I'm picking up for me.
I'm not.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's a lot of. I have to post a lot of stuff and do things like that, but it's not because I'm a narcissist. Because I trying to build a brand, right?
Right. Of course.
No. Putting a band like that on there is simply because they're an excellent band, and I'm a rock and roll guy.
Yes.
A rock and roll dealer, if you will. Yes. And this music, I've done this for obviously years, really, but this kind of music is the roots of what started a lot of our stuff, or at least to some degree has exact shared roots, based in blues and maybe some, country western. And so with more heavy and blues. And it's just, I know that this kind of music, I know us are a little bit of the family. I know. Yeah. And so many people were like me, and they grew up in the 70s and 80s, and we were fed a great diet of very good, high quality rock and roll.
Yeah. And a lot of it really blues based, like you're talking, the ZZ Top.
Led Zeppelin. We can go on and on with bands that, Bad Company. It's just these bands, hell, even Leonard Skinner, if you want to throw them. Sure. And it just, there's a certain kind of songwriting that probably is not recognized as much in our current climate in our country. And so the more I can help artists who write songs continue this amazing American tradition, I'm going to fight for rock and roll as much as possible. And that means me, I don't like other styles of music much. I think rap is complete garbage. I have no idea why anyone does that. Country music has been, homogenized. What's that?
It's just subject to 8 straight hours of hip hop, and
it's just stupid.
It's awful.
And I'm grew up. My beginning of my adult life for years was all part of that. Sure. Hell, even the Sugar Hill Gang and all this Run DMC and Beast Boys were in high school. So it's just and homogenized country and country music. I get it on some of it. On some of it, I listen. I'm like, it's not horrible, really. It's good songwriting, but rock and roll that features electric guitars. Yeah, I feel like it could make more of a comeback. But right now, there's a bunch of Gen Xers, Gen Y, some Boomer. They have no clue how
crazy.
good of music is being made in the world right now.
I know.
Like rock and roll. We have no idea because they don't know where to go. They hear the shit on the radio and they're like, I give up. If this is the best they got, because that's a label, they would know best. We were all programmed with that mentality.
Brainwashed.
That the radio people were the ones that were more involved than anyone else, so they would know what the masses would want.
Yes.
Think about how powerful an idea that is in our mind that we've been pushed to, because we're down to 3 labels. Like when you and me were growing up, 8 to 10 labels had music on rock and roll stations.
Well, and you still have
the more power you got in less things equals less creativity and more unbalanced.
Well, even
and
radio
ability to manipulate.
Well, even radio was more adventurous. Even if the most of the mainstream stuff, your drive time stuff was pretty regulated. Like you had crazy cool shows on Saturdays and Sundays and at midnight, and they played stuff that you might not hear in the. But all that seems to be gone now. Hey, John, I gotta have you hang on for 1 second, bud.
What do you got? Piss? What's going on here? I'm joking. Oh, there you're gonna go take a leak and come back. I bet we're gonna take a leak and come back. That was like,
No, dude, not having a light on is like driving me crazy. I can't read anything on my desk. So, yeah, it just got really
is
cloudy
that a
here.
sleep
So,
shirt? No, I'm joking.
it's a space slug shirt, baby. John, guess where I got this shirt?
I think you got that at Planet Desert Rock
Hell yeah.
last year.
I did. Here's my crazy little story. I went up to the Space Slug guys and I was like, "Hey, man, I really like your band and I want to buy a shirt." And the guy was like, "Oh, you're the Heavy Underground Farm Report guy." And I was like, "No fucking way. Does this guy know who I?" That was All right. It's
That's cool.
Dude, it was.
They give you the shirt?
Oh no, I bought the shirt.
Oh, that's the best
He was
part
like,
of that
"I know
story."
you, and your cash is good here." So, no, man, that was fun. Yeah, hang on.
So
man.
yeah,
We
as
got
we're talking
Scott
about,
and Juan and Zeth's out there. All right, hey guys, how's it going? Cool, awesome. People are
but
listening.
you know, you asked about the cold stairs thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So a lot of it has to do with, I just think a lot of people in our crowd, which is an ever expanding group,
Yep.
many of them when they hear it, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit!" Like this year. Remember Dirty Streets?
So good.
Remember the crowd?
Still-
I mean, the crowd was like, I went to the back of the crowd just to watch, kind of see what, and it was fascinating to watch. I talked to the bartender who, Carlos, who's part of one of the owners, and he's
yeah.
like, "God, they're good." I'm like, "I know."
Dude,
I
when
know,
they played
cool.
"Staying Alive," it was
Of
still
course.
like we were all just like,
That was
so
required.
cool. That was so badass.
And they know each other. Dirty Streets and Cold Stairs know each other.
Oh, cool.
Cold Stairs have played with, if you were to, what's the name, Joe Bamamosa?
Oh, I know it. Yeah, he
Yeah.
owns a guitar too. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of he kind of blew up like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd be known as a bluesman, guitarist, songwriter. He got wind of these guys, and I think had him play one of his little festivals. It was supposed to go on a tour with them, but then COVID happened, of course. But
Yeah.
Cold Stairs played all kinds of stuff. Hell, they've been in at least two TV commercials.
Oh my God, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, good
y'all,
song placement for good songs, and we need more of that.
we do
obviously.
need more good songs. Like
Well, we need more songs on radio, like on TV, in front of people, where they go, "Well, that's a pretty good song." And for some people, they'll be like, they'll rewind it and record it, and so then they can look it up. I mean, that stuff happens. The
Yes.
other day, I heard a Radio Moscow song on a show I was watching. It's like, oh, cool,
I love those guys. Love
Yeah,
those guys.
same here. And so Cold Stairs have even been in, I think it's a video for a video game. It has like
So I will
millions of
tell
plays
you,
because of it.
like video. So the whole way I knew about Monster Magnet and obviously Black Sabbath and stuff, but way back in the day, my first exposure to Fu Manchu was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And
Really?
Evil Eye is on that soundtrack, and I would just listen to that song over and over and over
That's
again.
funny.
Finally, I was like, I gotta go find an album by
Right.
these guys, and
Yeah.
then Nebula, and then it just opened up just like another little world that I hadn't really quite wandered into yet, and it was amazing.
Some of us are gonna be just curious in life and we strive or have a hunger for discovery and listening to other music, not always the same. I mean, I definitely get very burned out at times. There was a stretch in my life, I decided to do it on purpose, like 7 years where I didn't listen to any Led Zeppelin. And that was one of my favorite bands ever. But I think
I
it
did
was
the
just
same kind of
played
thing,
so
man.
much that I'm like, I need to save it for a while because I love the band, I love the music. I want
Still
more.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, I want more. You know what I mean? And,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Cold Stars were even in 2 TV shows. Like, yeah.
That's crazy. Well, like, it's cool when
But
that
I mean,
stuff
it's called
happens,
a
like
music manager.
Sasquatch having their song and
Yep.
what was it, Sons of Anarchy, and
Yeah. Yeah.
man, like that kind of stuff. You're right. That really, I think, puts our style of music in people's subconscious, and
Yeah, it just needs to get out there, period. Conscious
it
or unconscious.
should,
I
as
mean,
long as people like want to look up who sang that cool song.
I
Yeah,
mean, if it's millions of people watch that scene, it doesn't take a large statistic
right. You're
amount of
right.
those 2 million to just bother. And then maybe you get new fans because of it.
Yeah.
Queens of Stone Age has had a number of song placements. So it's just something as a guy who's been in advertising and marketing for almost my whole life. I'm curious. I watch trends on commercials. I've watched everything get very weird as far as like the amount of less or more of something.
Yeah.
And so it's good to see some placements now that someone involved with the movie or TV show, someone along the line made a cognitive decision to go, okay, well, what do you got? You know,
Yeah.
instead of just being handed what
Yeah, the
something they just
mainstream regular, yeah.
or
Like how many,
whatever.
like every Vietnam movie, gotta have,
Fortunate
the
son.
Red Door by or Painted Black by the Stone. Yeah, exactly. There's
Oh,
like
that's
those
funny.
5 core songs that you got. Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
I enjoy when I'm watching a television show and they play music that catches my attention, even if it's from far outside of our genre. I don't really care if it's good. It's good, right? So, man.
So
So
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Nah, you're good.
All right, cool. So you got these 2 new bands, John, or not new bands, but you got the Cold Stairs,
Yeah.
and you got Carousel, and you're adding this to your already amazing lineup. You did lose a couple bands, but it looks like you replaced them pretty
One band.
nicely. One Gozu. Sorry, I'm thinking way back.
No.
Wasn't there? There was something.
Cowboys and Aliens.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That's the only one I lost so far.
It was
Knock on
Gozu.
wood.
Okay, cool. So, am I
Yeah.
crazy about Gozu? Am I wrong?
Oh, we had to delay the.
Oh, that's right. All right. Oh, am I talking? Should I not be talking about this?
Oh, it doesn't matter. No, we just had to delay the announcement, but it's been announced. It was
Okay,
funny,
cool.
like management or something. I haven't seen like
I'm
I
like,
saw
am I
one
that
posting
fucking
about
guy?
it.
You're like,
I'm like, took a week for that, But anyways,
so Rich Paiva did an interview with a band recently that I was going to announce later. And then Rich is like, hey, guess who I interviewed today? I'm like, I don't know. And he tells me, I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Those are great. And he's like, yeah, I guess they told me in the middle of our interview. I'm like, God damn it.
well, let's spill the beans now. Then, if just one band,
One band. Cool. Awesome. Sweet.
spill the beans. You want
What's
to spill it?
I'll spill it on. No, I just.
It's one band. You got like 7 more you're gonna announce, right?
All right. Let's see if.
When are you gonna announce
Let's see if Seth is going to kill me. All right, Seth. If I can announce that band, you tell me. All right. No. So yeah, man. I'll let one slide here early, because I think I have a guy from that band on there. No, I don't. All right. Hey. So we went outside the country. And so. Oh no, I can't tell you that. All right. I'll tell you. No, I can't tell you anybody, John. Sorry. I gotta wait till Monday.
Crazy.
Hey man, look. Hey, this is of everyone's pertinent interest right now. Seth is like, wait. All right, I'll wait, dude.
Oh god. Too many cooks in the kitchen, Seth. No, I'm just...
Seth, I was never even thinking about doing that. Man,
it's all good. So
tell me,
2 more
what's
bands
your-
is all I got left, Sean.
Yeah, how many?
2 more bands.
Do you have them? So are they lined up now, or are you just waiting,
No.
or you have to? Yeah.
One is kind of, I'm pretty sure. On my end, it's just me going, all right, let's do this. And then, man, that final spot, I'm not in any major hurry to fill that. And so I'm going to let that ride for a while.
when do you feel the pressure to fill that spot?
Not right now, I guess.
Like, do you really feel like you need to need to
No,
fill any? I mean, your
no, I don't.
lineup is insane.
Because I added, well, I'm going to fill the spot. I'm doing the spot. And
All right.
it's going to be I hope it to be an impact one. But it's going to be, I've done, new bands 2 months before the festival because, bands fall out. I mean, look at what I added at the end last year, Basque and Wolf Tooth.
Yeah. Fucking wolf too.
Jeez, they were good.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah, I had that last year too. I had to, like, Buzzard Fight. We got them we had somebody drop like literally a month before the show, and it was like, oh god damn, what are we gonna do?
Bagged Electric Condor.
Yep, those they also stepped
And
right
they're
up
great.
too. Yeah, man, they did great jobs. Both those bands were kick ass. It's kind of exciting to have that happen in a way, although.
Yeah, I'm glad you take it that way. That's a good way to
you
take
have
it.
to. What else are you gonna do? Otherwise, you're gonna like never sleep at night, right?
Yeah, you just got to focus on the solution. It's always that.
I look at them like kind of like opportunities in a way. It's like, well, that band can't make it, so who can I plug into this spot that people will be super excited about? And who am I?
I usually have it on a list sitting in front of me.
Oh, I have.
So,
I got my secondary list.
I'm
going to show everybody my secondary list. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not showing you. But.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I recently someone contacted me. We'll say that I came in contact with, and they're like, "Hey, have you ever talked to so and so, this band?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't think they don't ever respond to anything, and I don't even have like a messenger on Facebook. Even they don't even have one, That's kind of a band telling you, fuck off, stay away, And so I did hit him up, I think, on Instagram, nothing. So, and I've met the guys maybe ever so briefly before, and they're wild men, first off. So, anyways, but someone's like, you ever hit him up? And I'm like, nah, and I told him the story. And he goes, I actually know so-and-so. And I'm like, oh. I go, hey, let him know I'd be interested in talking. It'd be a hell of a party. I know they like Vegas. One of the last times Dan were there, they lost the voice or something. So, anyways, we'll see.
That.
Nothing, you get little leads like that, or
no, totally.
I have bigger bands who I've had, I've touched base a little bit with the band or the agent, and then I'm just scared to go any further because I know it's going to be so much, and I'm just not willing to do it.
Yeah, we had a band
because I'm not as big as I'm not going to be as big as Ripple Fest, and sure to hell not going to be even close to what my hobby experience is doing. I mean, it's just if I had all that money and a different venue and all, that'd be different.
I looked at that lineup and I was like, I wonder what that cost. And then you gave me your estimate, and I was like, I'm not even fucking close. Like, it's like we had a band contact us, and I just had to chuckle, and it was like, I know that your guarantee is more than our entire festival made last year, so it's got to be a no. But it's flattering it's flattering when people. Well, it's flattering when people are interested, right?
Yeah, of course.
And
it's kind of like rough when you got to tell them, I'm not so sure. That's where the whole vision kind of comes in, and where I try to stay true to what I'm trying to do and not get influenced necessarily by other things or the idea of a bigger return, but more of an investment. That can be tricky, man. I've been burned. I blew it one year so bad.
But believe me, you're my point of sanity, John, because every time I think about doing something crazy, I'm like, remember that year John told you about? It's like, you don't want to have that year. You can't afford to have that year, Sean.
I mean, Ripple Fest, Ryan had him like the second year was like, or third year was crazy. Like, he had like crowbar and sword and all this shit. And then Eagle to Death Metal, which is, and so, we went for it. And, sadly, it didn't work out number wise. And, when that shit happens, you gotta reevaluate. And you got to be like, well, if I do that big, am I capable of actually delivering? Because you got to, get out there and do it and get people, and it's got to be a product that people like and all this other crazy shit that's got to go through your head
What?
along the way. Some people are gamblers when it comes to this stuff, and
Yeah.
I have big eyes for big things, but I'd had to bring on a really good investor and set up a plan where, you know, it can happen where the person gets a good return on their investment, or hopefully, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yep.
but it takes completely different accounting and math to go to
Oh,
that
yeah.
next level. I mean, you're like me, you have a limited size venue,
Yep.
and so there's
That's the
math
basis of
behind it.
every. That's the basis of everything.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean, if the
this is
math
the
doesn't
max?
work
Yeah.
just on tickets alone,
Right.
then why are you doing it? You know what I mean? And so,
Yep.
yeah, because why are you going to book a band that brings in 1,000 people when my venue is probably 500 cap? You know what I mean?
Right. And mine's half.
I mean, I love that
like,
Rival
less than half
Sons,
the
but
size.
they'd probably want more than $10,000 or something.
Right.
So you're like, holy shit.
And so, it's been interesting, and I'm sure you have bands that do this too. There's some bands that are just like, man, we just heard you doing something cool, and so we want to be part of it. And then there's some bands that are just like, look, our band is a business. And I respect that. I have a great deal of respect for that. But it's cool that there's still room for I think that's kind of why you and I do this, is so maybe some bands that it's not on the tip of everybody's tongue actually get some exposure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, yes. I mean, I think that just part of this whole thing is a pride in the scene and knowing that I feel like maybe I can deliver good bands that represent the scene that aren't your hot 10 or 15 right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to have All Them Witches or King
Right.
Buffalo or Elder,
Sure.
or even Slow Mosa,
Right.
because it's probably not in my budget, at least under this right now circumstance. And a bunch of these other bands I could name that are,
Yeah.
Sleep's not going to be showing up. I hate to tell you.
Oh, we're going to be talking about Sleep before this
Sleep's
show's over.
not playing though. I
just
haven't
talk
reached
about-
out to them, but yeah, they're headlining Leviathan, which
What do you
is
think?
like a
What-
humongous festival in Austin, Texas, the week before.
Yeah. What's your
And they're
take?
playing at a night where there's like Uncle Acid's playing and
dude.
Mesa and like
I saw that
3 or
lineup.
4 like other huge bands. Yeah.
What's your take on Sleep? What do you think? What do you think about the new Sleep
Okay.
lineup?
People don't hold this against me. Don't judge me or do
No,
it.
no, I'm
get
just
it.
curious.
No, I'm all right. I'm not scared about talking my opinion. Come on.
I hope not.
I never loved Sleep.
No, I had a feeling you didn't. I had a
I
feeling
never
you didn't.
loved Sleep ever. I think there's some songs I like, but I'm not a slow, droning, boring. It drives me insane. Some of that stuff. That Dope
Dude,
Smoker song, I've heard it once my whole life. That's it.
His voice has got to drive you crazy. Like, I don't see you liking that voice.
Yeah, I mean it's different. Yeah, it's a little out there. Okay. With all that being said, the new song wasn't bad to me. And
Right on.
that's the odd part. I thought the bass was so cool and it had a groove. I was like, damn, this is weird.
Al can play the bass. There's no
Yeah.
doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, like it was prevalent. And guitar was turned down some, which of course is much to many people's angst as
Oh, yeah.
the Matt Pike army, of sorts. I think Matt Pike has his thing going, and that's called High on Fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
He's the dominant species there. There's no moving around. He sings and plays guitar and probably writes. I don't know what Al does writing material wise within this whole spectrum. I don't know what his writing credits are. Does he write most of the lyrics? How much of the songs he write?
So
There's
I think Al is the primary lyricist and songwriter in the band. I will tell you, like, from my personal opinion, like, I'm a bigger Sleep fan than you are. I have a bunch of Sleep.
Yeah,
I
nothing wrong with
Sleep. I've went and saw him, and I love. Matt's. It seems like a very interesting character. I've never met him before.
totally.
But
I'd love to drink and smoke with that guy.
Fuck yeah. He's
He'd love it.
Jason Doom's out partying with Matt Pike tonight in Michigan. So hey, Jason.
Well, he said there was a possibility, And he showed me this humongous bag of mushrooms. I was like, oh my God. Like I had that back in college. I used to do a fair amount of shrooms, even through Shroom Party, way back in the day. And I remember back. I mean, I was like, "Damn, look at that bag!"
Yeah, dude.
Like, I'm going to High on Fire. I'm like, God. Maybe I'll talk to Matt. Maybe he'll be bummed and won't want to talk about it.
I'm like, tell Matt he can come on my show and spill all the tea anytime he wants. I'm sure that'll happen.
Yeah,
I'm
let Jason
waiting
know
with bated breath for him to come in.
You'll be the exclusive. That bite comes out next. All the big metal magazine ones will take a clip of your interview with him.
Yeah, that'll never happen, but it sure would be cool if it
Come
did.
on, let's think big.
That'd be awesome.
Just like I want James Hetfield to show up at Planet Ezra Rock. Let's work on getting Pike on the heavy.
All right. Matt Pike, my next guest on the Heavy Underground Farm Report. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I mean, on drums, is a very well known and respected guy. Hell, he was the drummer one time for Nirvana before Dave Grohl.
Dale is a fucking beast.
Yeah.
I love
Melvins.
I love the Melvins.
Just saw them recently too when he was with Melvins.
Dude, I love the Melvins. Did you see him with Napalm Death?
Huh?
Did you see him with Napalm Death, or did you see him with somebody else? Yeah, that was a cool tour, man. I love that.
Yeah, I kind of wandered over there. I was talking with both the drummers for a while. I know the other guy pretty good from stuff as well. But I have a history a little bit with the new, I guess, sleep guitars, Bubba Dupree.
Yeah, I figured you might. Yeah, this guy is
super
more
cool.
from your style of the Heavy Underground than I would than Sleep.
Or the Desert. I mean, he was the guitarist for Brant Bjork for at least an album or two, and I set him up for a show at Vamped. So that actual band with that iteration played one of my first shows at Counts Vamped. The bassist was Dave Dinsmore, who was also an early on bassist for Unita and like these other big bands. It was like a pretty eclectic.
Wait,
grouping.
Isn't Dinsmore doing something in Europe right now?
I think he lives in Germany.
Yeah, isn't he? He's the fucking motorcycle dude. Thunder Dope. Isn't that his motorcycle? His project?
No, I don't know if he's
Wait, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
This guy's an American guy that lives in Germany. But
that's who I'm thinking of. But hang on a second. I'm looking up shit.
But I remember hanging out with Bubba at the last Stoned and Dusted. It was at it was at Pappy and Harriet's when Fu Manchu, Melvins, Brant.
Yeah. Dude, so Dave Dinsmore is in one of my favorite bands. Fucking Thunder Dope from fucking Germany.
Thunder Dope.
Yeah, dude. You have this album, Motor Satan. You got to check it out, dude.
Send it over to me.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. All right, sorry. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
it all comes together, people.
It's a big family. You know, you maneuver through it at some point in time here. But anyways, Bubba, super cool cat. We were hanging out, just chatting. It was such a wild day at Doomed and Stone. This is out of Pappy and Harriet's, and as it got darker and darker that night. And those sets by Fu Manchu, Melvins, and it was like 3 heavy bands in a row. And right before that was Brant, with Bubba up there playing the guitar. And I guess he was in a band called Void, which was a heavier band. And he's from the other side of DC from me, so I think he was a little bit older than me. So, cool cat, but I mean, totally different, obviously, style of music, but. Then again, live, he's going to have to play pretty similar when he play those old songs.
Yeah, dude, you're not going to be able. You can't fake your way through what I can't.
He's not going to fake it. The guy's been playing guitar since.
I was going to throw out a name of a song, and it was going to be the funniest joke ever, but then I forgot the name of the song. So anyway,
Stoner alert.
Yeah, I know. Smoking weed, dude. Which is very appropriate for a sleep conversation. Yeah, man. Hey, Rob's listening. Hey, Rob, how you doing, buddy? He says he's love that you're highlighting the other bands in the scene that aren't as well known, And then Scott's asking me, are y'all
Who's Ron and
excited?
Scott? What's the last names?
I don't get last names, so Scott, you'll have
Oh.
to identify yourself. But you know what? He's asking what we think about the Acid Bath tour with Ministry. Are you gonna go see any of that, John?
They don't play here, so
Oh,
no.
well, that's all you need to know there, Rob.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not. That's a little heavy for me too, but
Yeah,
you know.
it is.
Um,
But Windhand is opening at Red Rocks for that show here. And one of my dreams is seeing a stoner rock band at Red Rocks. So I'm going, man, because like Windhand at Red Rocks, are you fucking kidding me?
cool.
Yeah.
Me and my high school buddies, I hung out in Orlando and New Smyrna Beach for like 8 days, just until Monday. And we were talking about Red Rocks, and we're like, we got to figure out a time to, because I think all three of us like, we need to go see that.
Please come.
And I'm like, all right, I'll keep a lookout at things, but you guys got to be flexible and be willing to spend some money.
Yeah.
And they're all doing pretty good, we'll say.
Right on.
I think we're looking at a Denver adventure at some point in time.
You let me
Now,
know.
oddly enough, this is so weird, but you like this stuff, I think. White boy reggae, like Slightly Stupid or something like that. Plays out there all the time.
Dude, you should cut Arthur
And Arthur works with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I don't know if that means
the last time we saw Slightly Stupid at Red Rocks, Andrea's like, I think that's Arthur on stage, and she has his number, so she texts him, and Arthur like answers right back and like waves out, and so we talked to him after the show. It was so fucking cool.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Great guy.
A really nice guy.
So, anyways, we're open to getting over there and seeing it at some point in time. Just got to find the right show and just make it a quick weekend of it.
We'd love to have you guys out here. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hell yeah. All right. So go ahead.
Speaking of Denver, I mean, I shouldn't even ask you this. Okay. Well, I mean, let's talk a little bit about your lineup.
Yeah. Well, cool. Hey, first of all, thanks for coming. I hope you
thank you for having me.
Man, I had such a fun weekend. It was really
it was great.
Surreal, man. I still it still just doesn't feel like it really happened. It's like, did that really happen? It was so cool. Yeah, man. So the lineup came together, most of the lineup came together before the first show. And so it was like, hey guys, if we survive this show, then you'll be in the second show.
Yeah.
And so I talked to a florist for a while. Those guys are amazing. I know they're playing your show next year too. I like to have bands that have played at your show. For me is like, wow, damn, that's like just amazing. So
well, it'd be a new one for both of us, and I've heard nothing but good things from pretty good sources, we'll say. And I've liked their music since they first put stuff out before they were even on Ripple. Then they landed Ripple, and I was like, all right, I see something here. And I think that they're another band that they got a theremin. I mean, what I mean? They got a fucking theremin, which is
it's
not
the age of the theremin, baby.
Whatever. Let's not get carried away. But
you got Black Moon Cold out there. We have a band in Denver. This dude built a theremin into his guitar. So as he plays the guitar, he does the.
It's a lot of time on people's hands.
Yeah, I know, right?
A creative mind and engineering mind to do that kind of shit.
That band is Moon Pussy. Just Moon Pussy. You got your mention. There you go.
Moon Pussy?
Yeah, they're really good, man. You probably dig them. Huh. So, yeah, dude, the theremin thing is cool. I love that this guy has a theremin.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool sound. That they got it can some spacey stuff, which I totally dig, and they're all like such nice guys, so super jazzed to be part of it. They're engaging like every band member, even, which is very odd.
I've talked to
a lot of band members don't do anything after after they're booked. They're like, all right, next. You're like, oh, fuck, bring it up once in a while.
I chat with these guys on a regular basis. They're fantastic guys.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah, cool. We've got some happiness for Florist out there. But Crop was a big,
surprise. That's not surprising me at all.
No.
Braun was at your thing.
if you guys don't know Braun Dabney or who we're talking about, you got to check out Crop. Braun Dabney as a dynamic personality. He's
Dynamic.
just like, this dude is so much fun. He's on fire. He got on stage with Luna Soul at our last show at the first Hufferfest, and they did an old Superfuzz song, and he sang the backup. It was just a ton of fun. So Crop's coming out. Holy Roller on Ripple. Love their King Rat, or their Rat King. I'm sorry, or King
Some
Rat.
North Carolina boys
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, awesome album. I love it. And then we got Lungburner from Atlanta, who's really kind of filling our like super heavy hybrid naughty spot this year, you know. And Jens and I have known each other since, we've known each other for a few years. We hung out at Ripple Fest a couple years ago. Really good guy. I'm looking forward to having those guys out. And then we have a couple bands from California, Phantom Hound, which I saw at your show last year. Loved them so much that I immediately went and talked to those guys after their set, and we hit it off. And one of their guys has family in Denver, so it was a good match for them too.
Oh, cool.
And then Formula 400, I've used their music
Hell yeah,
forever. I mean, Whiskey Bent has been my theme song.
Oh, what a song.
And I love that song so much. And Dan and I had a conversation. He was really interested in coming out, so we're super. I mean, having Formula 400 out here is just amazing for me. So
when I had Formula 400 at Planet Is Rock, it was the reboot year, and it was on the Friday night show, and we had a local band open up, and then it was Formula 400, and then it was Steak.
Jesus.
And then it was John Garcia acoustic. Put them on that.
What the hell?
And it was great. Yeah, the local band was really good too. She moved now, but female vocalist, good, just regular hard rock. But yeah, John Garcia, playing acoustic with this
that has to
this other guy, John.
Amazing. So we got Formula 4, and then we have a band from. I can't believe it, dude. And then. Valio Mirda is a band from Denver that features members of Cobranoid and Messiahvor. Kind of punky, definitely high energy. More not doomy to me. They're more maybe sludgy, but definitely high energy. Some punk rock influence. They're going to be fantastic. Cool. Love those guys. And then Monday. We're going to add some bands to that. So we got 2 international bands to add. We got a Denver band to add. And then we have some more regional bands. I think that everybody will be... You might not know all the bands, but you'll probably know some of them. And then you'll know bands that some of these members of these bands have been part of in the past. I don't know. This is as cryptic as I can get. But Monday Monday we'll have some exciting announcements. And we're going to launch pre-sales on Monday as well, too. So,
all right.
I will tell you something that right now that we haven't announced anywhere else. We are expanding to a 4th day.
Oh, boy.
We are having a pre-show on Thursday. The pre-show will feature all local bands from Denver. We have so much talent in the city. So, Seth is putting together a pre-show Thursday before the weekend, so that'll be on the 13th. We'll announce the bands as quickly as we can, but we're really excited to add that 4th night. I mean, it's
that's
good
interesting. Interesting you say that. Little bit of thoughts going into me doing like a welcome party, pre-party on Wednesday night, because a lot of people get in town on Wednesday night.
Dude, why not?
And local, probably only one artist, 2 at the most, and make it at the Griffin. So it's like just there's no pressure, from the promoter or whoever to fill the place up. But it'll be, because there'll be locals there as well. But it'll be great for like people to come into town on Wednesday. If they're staying at the Cortez, they literally walk across the street.
That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
So I see that as potentially something as well, even though, because it ends up a lot of times, a lot of us end up doing something on Wednesday night.
That's kind of what
John. That's fucking 5 nights of partying. Woo!
So that's the way we looked at it. There's people arriving the day before. Let's give them something to do, and then, the lineup like last year, of our 17 bands, 7 of them were from Denver, and the ratio is not close. We're only gonna have 4 Denver bands out of not 17 bands. That number's growing too. So we got to nail down a couple more confirmations. But since we didn't have as large of a Denver presence during the 3 days of the festival, Zeth and I really had a heart to heart. We were like, well, let's do something for the Denver bands.
Good idea.
And for the traveling people too. So the Denver band, if you're in a Denver band, well, you get to enjoy the whole weekend, There's not a lot of, you're not playing probably unless you're one of these 4 bands. So you get to enjoy the show. You deserve it. You enjoy a good festival. And then, for people traveling out of town, Thursday is going to be a Denver showcase, and these 4
That's
bands.
cool, man. I think it's great. And I think you got great music there. You got a lot of bands to choose from. And it feels like a no-brainer, As long as there's no major financial pressure, then, yeah, it works out.
Yeah, we really...
It's an option.
Yeah, financially it worked out, and so we're stoked about it. And so if you come out early, come and see the bands, and if you live here in Denver, man, you got to get a lot of Adderall for that weekend.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Yeah,
it's going to be a ripper though, and it's Saturday's going to run a little longer. We're going to have a couple more bands than we had last year, and
really?
Every band is just going to be worth seeing. So we like I said, we'll have an announcement Monday. We'll do some pre-sales. We're going to sell some pre-sale tickets at. It's going to be a little more expensive than it was last year. We're going to have to put I can't eat all the expenses like I did last year. So sorry, I got to cover some expenses that we didn't have covered last year. But the money's going to the bands for the most part. I mean, I'm not getting rich off this thing.
I don't think you should have to explain that. I think that anyone should understand that you need to not lose money. I mean,
right, and that's the goal.
Other than that, it's really not their business. The bands aren't complaining. You aren't complaining. The venue's not complaining. Win, win, win.
Yeah, that's
everyone else cool, but
venue happy. My partners are happy. The bands are happy. The fans are happy. There's no way I can't be happy. So yeah, man, we're stoked, man. We hope the post that you put in Facebook this week, I think really was a good reminder of what a great time that we all had out there. And I hope people remember that, and people who didn't make it out, take a shot. But, man, come to Vegas, and I'll tell you all about Hufferfest while I'm in Las Vegas, while we're enjoying John's show.
We'll see. You'll be outside doing that some, but a lot of people want to talk about a lot of things, but I think people will be picking your brain like, hey, what's going on, And I think that's good place to talk about stuff. Yeah. I mean, hell, when I was out there at your thing, there were people talking to me about it. And once in a while I would be like, hey, I do this thing, because people just don't know.
Right.
I go with the assumption people don't know about Planet Ezra Rock. And it's the 7th one, but most people in the scene still don't know it.
John, I had a kid.
Or given a sniff, even.
Yeah, I had a kid walk into my shop today, and he turns around, and on the back of his shirt, he's wearing it's like a golden stoner rock festival thing. I never heard of it, but on the back it's Messiahvore and Cobranoid and Lost Relics, and it's all these bands that were at my thing, and I've never even heard of this. And I'm like, have you heard of Hufferfest? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we're best friends now, but it's it's like, you're right. It's hard to get the word out without I think we all kind of suffer from not having our music on mainstream radio or a real like when we were growing up, we all had those 2 rock stations, right? So you listen to one of the 2 rock stations or both of them, but whoever came to town, you heard about the show because the rock stations talked about them. And that's kind of what we don't have, That's kind of that's where we have to go out and do the footwork.
It costs money, but you can be on that radio sometimes. Some of the channels won't even do it. They're like, we don't even play any of your artists, so... Yeah. I had someone tell me that. I remember where it was, what it was, and I was like, my money's not even good enough. It's kind of weird.
Well, so I'm speaking more. I'm speaking more like people don't hear our music on the radio. But you're right. God, no. We did actually have a guy on the biggest rock station in Denver talk about our show for 15 seconds the day of our show, and
cool?
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. I talked all the way through it, missed the whole thing. It was great. was fantastic. Seth was like, "Did you hear it?" I'm like, "God damn it, no!" But yeah,
That's
but
funny.
yeah,
I mean,
man.
getting the word out, is I just think that the more we get an opportunity to talk about culture, our the culture within this scene, I would say, like, your thing, my thing, Ryan's thing down at Ripple Fest,
Yeah,
Mojave experience. I knew so many people, but I've been going to festivals for 10 years now.
yeah.
In the scene, I went to all the Psychos. I went to
We're talking about you, Debbie.
2 or 3 Stone and Dusteds, which was an epic one itself, which didn't have enough sales one year. They got destroyed. So you really got to do all kinds of stuff to, keep that kind of culture in there. And I think, in what Jason's doing up there in Grand Rapids, I think feels the same kind of thing. And, Doomfest has always done its thing up in Maryland, or whatever it's called, in the Nights of Doom.
Well, I'm losing your audio, John.
You hear me now?
You still there, buddy?
Now you hear me. You hear me?
John's on freeze. Can you guys let me know if you can
No
still
way.
hear John? Oh, there you are. Hey, John. Sorry,
Right
your
here.
face is there. Oh yeah, probably just a glitch in the recording. You're good.
Oh god.
I just lost. my voice
Anyways,
for a
I
second.
think the Knights of Doom is this weekend in Maryland.
Yeah, it looks super. Man, they're lining. There's what 800 bands playing, right?
He really jam packs those days.
I
went
know,
one year.
man.
I got
How is that?
fucked up that year. Woof.
Dude, I can't even think about that many bands. That's
No,
crazy.
he's old school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Boom, boom,
And
boom. 2 stages.
A lot of
probably.
regional stuff, like
Yeah.
big time regional one. I hope he does very well this weekend.
too.
Hopefully, Maryland, D.C., Virginia, Delaware, all the spots are there. Support. I mean, hell, New York's only like 5 hours away. So,
Yeah, man.
but it's a tough gig. These fests, because there's still a limited amount of population that goes to it. But that's why the more and more people hear about it, they go and experience one, which I've gotten great feedback about. And then they explore more. And sometimes you book a band like Cold Stairs, and maybe someone shows up to see Cold Stairs,
Yeah.
and they hear the other stuff, and they're like, "Where the fuck have I been?"
I know.
This is
we
real
had a
life
lot
stuff.
Well, we had a lot of people show up for Luna Soul and Godzillionaire last year, and stuck around and listened to Blue Heron and Cobroid, and those bands picked up some fans, even though those bands are considerably different. But yeah, you're right, man. It's like you got to have, I just got to hope that people like really want to come out and still see live
It
music.
can't just be hope. So
No.
you got to do something about it, and that's the risk that we all have. And I'm
Yep.
going to burn people out, and there's a lot of angst that goes into having the balls to do things. I mean, for me, I spend money on advertising because
Yeah, I will
I've seen
this
the
year too. You
statistical
taught me a lot
return.
last year. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't know about it until they see something like that. Some people don't give a fuck about an ad and they just keep going. But there's a whole statistical numbers game and why Facebook is filthy rich.
Agreed. I learned a lot.
And it's based
I
on
learned
the
so
advertising.
much last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was with just a little smidge. So
Yeah, bud. Thank you. I really
it's about just getting the word out, man. There's no one knows about it until they know about it.
That's
you know?
right. That's right, man. No, yeah. Nobody can go to your show if they never heard of it. Yeah.
Not a chance.
Dude, you
Not
want
a
to hit
chance.
anything else?
You can't get a home run unless you get the bat off your shoulder
Yep,
and
yeah.
get a swinging. So,
Swing, baby.
but hey, let's recap
Yeah.
for folks that came in late.
Definitely.
The two
Yeah,
bands
we did have
being
late-
added.
So, John, tell me about the 2 bands that you added today. Why don't you talk about both of them?
I thought you were going to talk about them. Fuck. All right.
Nobody wants to hear me talk, John.
Oh, yeah, they do. Carousel, out of Pittsburgh, returning band to the scene just recently. Grade 2 guitar action. Oh, my God, so good. Recently played the TP Festival Cosmic Rendezvous.
So
And
cool.
from all reports, they shredded. They were great. Dave Willer's an outstanding musician. So really excited to have them in on the action. And hey, we're going to give it a go. We're going to try to contact James Hetfield. Believe it or not, I know someone who knows one of their old employees that
it's not
they
like
still know.
Jakey Lee hasn't shown up at your show before.
Yeah, he did.
I know, it was cool.
I couldn't get a hold of him this last time, but he probably knows I want him to play. But he's not that much inclined to play nowadays. You know, he's got
Fair
hand
enough,
issues.
man. Well,
all
he's
the
had
time.
a
But he had a good time that night. That was Spiral Arms night at
that
Count's
was so
Vamped.
cool. That was
Yeah.
so cool, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, so Carousel, great band. I would say a blend of hard rock, heavy rock, and a touch of new wave of British metal.
Yeah,
So,
man. You're
2
gonna
albums,
like 'em.
very good.
Definitely listen to them, guys. I love it. I love it. I can't. And the second band, man, this is the one I think that is going to surprise people, but they're so accessible and they're so good.
Yeah, the band's the Cold Stairs. They're out of Indiana. They've been out in the rock scene since the early mid 2000 teens. They were on Small Stone Records, which of course is renowned as one of the top stoner rock records labels ever. You know what I mean? They were on them for a while. They're a Mascot label, which is a bigger label than all our scene for the most part, about at least that level, the highest.
Sure.
They play rock and roll, man. They play bluesy based hard rock,
Yep.
vintage style rock and roll, good lyrics, good vocals.
Great songs.
Started out as just a 2-piece.
Oh,
When I had them at Count's Vamped, somewhere between 5 and 7 years ago, time's flying. They were a 2-piece and they killed it. I had them play the same night as there was this band Brian Tishy was in.
okay.
Who was the drummer from Whitesnake and a bunch of other.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I've seen that guy
And-
like a million times.
Yeah, he's a great drummer.
Yeah.
And then this other band that had Frankie Perez in it, and Frankie Perez, the local guy that
Okay.
he was in that band. What was that band that sounded like Metallica except they used cellos? Apocalyptica. He was in
Okay.
that band for a while. This guy
Wow.
Frankie Perez wrote and did a bunch of songs on Sons of Anarchy, like a
Oh,
ton.
okay.
Yeah,
And whoever did Sons of Anarchy soundtracks, thanks for being open to our music. Appreciate you.
no, I mean, well, listen. If they didn't, if they didn't play rock and roll more than anything, it would be a little annoying if you really look at the setting, right?
Right.
So,
That's
I mean,
cool,
that
though,
happens,
man.
dude.
But dude,
I mean,
they could have used a bunch of old mainstream crap, or they could, you know what? But man,
Yep, they had like
Sasquatch is on
Monster
there.
Magnet in there, and a
Yeah,
bunch of
good for
other
them.
really cool stuff.
I mean,
I think even
I've never seen the show, but Andrea loved the hell out of it.
it was a fun one, and definitely
Yeah.
the ladies like Jax.
Yeah,
So,
that seemed to be something she mentioned.
yeah. But anyways, Cold Stairs are just really good rock and roll. As people have seen at Planet is Rock,
Yeah.
I book just regular vintage rock bands to go with it. Last year, or this year, I should say, we had Paralyzed, which really isn't stoner rock by
No,
any
but
least. It's kind of like the Doors with
they're-
heavier guitars.
I love them though.
We had Saturna, which is very rock centric, and of course we had Dirty Streets,
They were
which
so cool.
is a band who's played with Cold Stairs, over the years as well. And so when you got those kind of, those bands, we're going to mix it in with, of course, we have Child from Australia, which is a blues-based rock band, very blues-drenched.
Yeah.
And the Cold Stairs will fit in really cool on that day where, we're doing touch points some of these days. Yeah. I mean,
can't
I
wait,
had
man.
to fill
I
out
can't
some
wait.
of the nightly lineups already because a couple of agents gave me some like, well, we got to do plan. I'm like, fuck.
I know.
So I already have like a little bit of my lineup already set up for the dailies. Jesus.
Yeah, I do.
And I'm
too.
going to
I
tell you
had-
this right now, folks.
Yeah.
I think this is going to happen. Sunday is going to be insane. So anyone who bought the 3-day ticket when you hear about the fourth day, you're going to be like, oh, shit. And you're going to hopefully rearrange some plans and be there because it's going to be a major part of what the weekend is. So, and the majority of people, Sean,
already have no doubt that I will be there for the whole time. So,
majority of people that snag tickets for Planet Edge Rock are doing 4-night packages anyways. But I just want to reiterate that Fortnite is going to be a big part of the makeup of what we'll be talking about as we lead up to things. We'll put it that way. Just the way things landed, Yeah. And so, yeah, pretty excited. I mean, the Ripple day is almost complete as well. So if you really look at it, but I can't tell you everything about that yet. So.
No, I need to call Todd and say, hey, I got a bunch of your bands. Could you come to my festival this year? So we'll see if he does.
Theoretically, he moved to Florida, so I don't want to call him retired because now he's more of a.
He's retired. No, I'm just kidding. He's an author now.
He's that too. But anyways, he's not the everyday grind, and he's not doing eye surgeries as much anymore. So he'll have some free time to potentially come, I would think. So
yeah.
I'm due to talk to him probably next week about a few things, and we'll see.
Florist?
I'm hoping he gets here.
Yeah.
And is able to attend all 4 nights, but I know being married and all that stuff that could be difficult. So
yeah. We'll talk him into it. Florist guaranteed me that they would kidnap Todd and bring him to Denver for me. So thanks, Florist. I appreciate you guys. You guys are my favorite kidnappers. Awesome. John from Shadow of Jupiter. How you doing, buddy? And then, Debbie says, I think Todd is coming to Hufferfest next year.
He said something in comments once.
I saw that.
I mean, it's just, it's one half of the equation. So,
yeah,
I'm going to
hold him to it. No, I'm just kidding. I hope, whoever.
Debbie understands.
Seriously.
But anyways, it's up to, hopefully so. I mean, I'm urging
I hope he comes to your show too. I love that guy. He's an awesome person to talk to. He's just endlessly fascinating. That guy is so huge for our scene. Thanks, Todd. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think the Cold Stairs would be a cool little addition. Throw them and Carousel together, and we got some '70s kind of influence between the two of them, and it's just rock and roll, man. It's just rock and roll.
It's just rock and roll, baby.
I'm real fired up about getting Sundrifter back too, which is the band I had the second year I did this. I've been a fan of them since the beginning. They're another small stone band. Highly underrated. They don't go on tours, so they're not going to be as known. But man, you go listen to their last 2 albums, actually last 3 albums. It's just killer, and killer.
Everybody, when you get off this call, or sorry, we're not on a call. Sorry, I worked in a corporation for way too long. When we're done with this show, you definitely going to want to go check out the Cold Stairs. You want to check out Carousel. And who did you just mention? Yeah, check them out too. Rewind, I can't remember either.
I just updated Sundrifter. I just updated the playlist on Spotify as well. Cool. With songs from Carousel and the Cold Stairs.
Hell yeah.
So
what's the name of the song list on Spotify so people can find it? Planet Desert Rock Weekend playlist?
Yeah, it's Planet Desert Rock Weekend. Cool.
VII?
Yeah, 7.
2 eyes, baby.
It's Roman numerals and shit.
Cool.
But anyways, it's early. It's early still to be talking about it. But and listen, do our homework because we got Ripple Fest, which I will be at.
I can't make it, guys. I wish I could be there, but man, I have this food and shelter addiction, and my job pays for those things, so I'm gonna.
Jesus. Get vacation days, but anyways,
dude, I'm using it for your show.
It's a big show. It's a big show.
Yeah.
But yeah, they got some killer bands coming as well. Always here to support. Seems like I talk to people every year at that festival, and some of them are starting to bring it up to me instead of me going, "Hey, have you heard of?" And they're like, I've been meaning to make it over. And like, well, what's holding you back? Man, I'm here.
If you've never been to Ripple Fest, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Just go to that. You definitely have to experience that. And then obviously we're doing this show for Planet Desert Rock Weekend. In the last weekend of January, go ahead and book some plane tickets to Las Vegas. Buy some tickets from John. You're going to have, like, it's looking like you're going to have 5 days of amazing rock and roll. 4 for sure.
I'd say 4.5, maybe.
Yeah, 4. We'll go 4.5.
The hotels are cheap.
It's
that time of the year.
Time.
I mean,
it is cheap.
El Cortez, the Ahern, Sahara, or Stratosphere, or Stratosphere, the Strat as they call it now. They're all really low price, like way below 200 and stuff like that. Like
Vegas
like
wants
on the weeknights, you can get it for $100.
Vegas wants you to bring your money there. Just wink at them, tell them, sure, I'm going to go gamble a lot of money, and then just go spend the money on John's show instead. You don't even have to gamble.
Walk to your car, walk to the Uber. No one cares.
No one cares.
They're not trying to go, hey, man, come here and play some blackjack. You know, come on.
Nobody does that.
No one's cattle calling
People
you over
ask you
to
who you're rooting for in the Super Bowl, but other than that.
You could lay a gamble, you know, thing. That's always a fun one. So you never know.
All right, buddy. I'm going to wrap up with a couple people's comments here, John. So Jam Yeti Music Blog. They want one of us to book the suplex. So one of us has to do that. So we'll be on
a band that has been truthfully on my radar a little bit. And I just popped in their newest album the other day, Into the Car, which is like the real experience.
That's
for me,
the best. Yeah.
A great system and a great sound. But yeah, I mean, they've been written on my list, but I've never even had a single chat with them now.
Let's see. Carla Giggly Poo, Sons of Anarchy was the best, right? There's the ladies' vote for that show. Debbie, thank you, Debbie, for listening. Seth, Dr. Severin rocks. Todd certainly does rock, man. I know that's basically Seth's godfather there. All right. Ahern is currently more expensive than we'd like, according to somebody. The Strat was a bargain when we went last year. Somebody's like, try the El Cortez, and then someone
That's
just
me
yells.
saying that.
And then someone, that is you. And then someone at the end is just, it's Carla. She's just yelling, hey! So I think we're going to end on, hey!
Carla, check out the El Cortez where you can literally walk to the venue afterwards, or the Stratosphere and Sahara.
Yeah.
You know,
Carla,
it'll be good prices. I have an app too for people that want to know. I have an app. You just hit me up regular, and I will send you a link to the app.
Right on. There you go. Because you got to be in Vegas. You got to be in Vegas last weekend of January 2027.
Carla wants to know a question.
Carla has another question.
Carla
is Carla.
I can
what
read
does a 4-day VIP mean versus what's VIP mean versus non-VIP? That's a good question.
It means that you can get in earlier.
Ooh.
Meaning before doors. So you can be there and actually be part of the sound check if you want. You're in early. You're gonna you'll be able to go in and out of the venue at a much quicker pace for then on.
Great question.
And maybe I can't remember if I added a poster in with or something. So
cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Not a whole lot. It's not a whole. It's not a whole.
Gotta have the poster. My wall is covered with them, literally. I love those. Joe does some great art for you guys, and
Joey.
Yeah, so, Joey. He's doing the art again this year. Yeah. I've already seen it. What am I talking about? God
He's
damn
a great guy. He just recently updated, the poster now, and I think he did a couple cool little things with the Planet Desert Rock part of the logo. I think I noticed. I was like, oh, was that there before?
So get on the web and check that out, John.
Tickets are available on Eventbrite. Again, under Planet Desert Rock Weekend VII or 7. But it should be under Vegas Rock Revolution. So that's cool. The production.
Right
so
on.
Check it out. We love to have you. It's fun. All the music that's played before the show, after the show, and between sets is all curated for our scene. Meaning you're not going to hear Elvis, LL Cool J, or Hank Williams on these playlists. You want to hear this. All right?
All right,
not
John.
even in no yacht rock. As much as I love yacht rock, we're not going to hear Baker Street.
No.
Those nights.
You could listen to that when you get back to your hotel room. John, we're going to gather up a bunch of people from Denver and head on out this year. We'll see who we can scrape together in our big net. I know that Andrea and Zeth and I will be out there for sure. But yeah, bud, I'm looking forward to seeing you. I know we'll definitely talk before then. Ooh, I got
Of
a few more
course.
messages. Have you guys listened to Putty from Canada? We'll check him out. Okay, cool. Thank
No.
you. And then, all right, cool. I think we're good. All right, everybody, did you have fun? Everybody, tell me if you had fun. Yeah, we all had fun. John,
Woo-hoo!
dude, it's always a blast fucking talking to you, man. Thanks for doing the show. Let's get together soon. We'll talk about something. We'll talk about the new Sleep or something.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we won't. But you know what? Let's
Already
do another.
did.
Dude, when you get the last couple bands, let me know. I'd love to do a show talking about Hufferfest with you and talking about those bands. We'll have to plan that later.
I'll probably have one band to announce in the semi-near future, and then there might be a break as I'm kind of going to wait on this last one. It's going to be maybe a splash. We'll see. But the next band will be a really good one. If it's the one I'm thinking, it's a really good band. Put it that way. Known, but
tickets.
Not well known. One of these things.
Get your tickets for Vegas. I can't stress it enough. I can't wait to hang out and party with y'all. We'll smoke a little weed. We'll have all kinds of conversations about rock and roll. You guys can have a drink, and I'll look on and think.
Weed is legal in Vegas, so
it's not only legal; it's really good too. I'm very impressed with the weed quality in Las Vegas. So
competition stiff.
We'll stay off the strip when we're doing that. Just hit me up for some advice. I got a couple dispensaries for you.
There you go.
John, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, man. Take care. Thanks
You're the
everyone for listening. All your support. Totally appreciate it.
Yeah, we both
and
do.
We'll catch up soon, Mr. Brooks.
Hell yeah, John. Well, hang on one sec, bud. I'm going to let everybody else go. This is Sean from the Heavy Underground Farm Report and John Gist from Planet Desert Rock Weekend 7. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.